What a pleasure to have the new head coach of Central Catholic Boys Basketball in studio, Luke Hickey. Coach, thank you so much for taking the time.
Thank you so much for having me.
You were kind of astounded by the surroundings around here. How unreal is it that you're the new head coach of Central Catholic?
It's a little different for sure, even being just in this setting, but it's an honor and it's a privilege to take over Central Catholic, a institution with such great values, both athletically and academically. I'm really looking forward to diving in and being a part of everything at Central Catholic.
And you were building something special at Lake, 3 straight winning seasons. The program hadn't done that in over a decade, but why was now the time to move on?
You have to go after a place like Central Catholic with the tradition of success that they have, and also me being from the Toledo area, I think certainly helped with that. But undoubtedly, we did fantastic things at Lake, and we had some great players and built great relationships and developed a lot of great young men. But I think what was awesome to see when I met with them was they were very happy for me. And so they kind of knew and understood that this was kind of just another step for me in my coaching career. But it was something that myself and my staff were really intrigued in, and like I said, are very fortunate enough to be in the position that we're in to continue the success at Central Catholic.
I know you said the Lake community was happy for you, but how hard were those conversations?
They were not easy. I think anytime you've taken the time to build the relationships that you have built, and like we said, we turned something around, and we're something that we're very proud of. But so having those conversations with them was tough because you don't want to leave them, because you've gone through everything with them. You've gone through some very low points and some very high points, but at the end of the day, Central Catholic is a spot that I want to be and look forward to continuing building this the right way as well.
So now here you are taking over a program that made it to its first Final Four in 15 years last season. How does that impact your urgency to win in year one?
Yeah, we're ready to rock and roll, and I think we're going to add some new things to the things that they've already done, but we're not going to reinvent the wheel. At the end of the day, this is basketball, and we're going to put our athletes and our best players in the best positions possible to be successful. We'll have a very stylistic offense that plays up tempo and something that I think the kids will really enjoy, but really looking forward to getting to work with these guys and building those relationships with them and developing them as players and people.
And you know what it's like to play in a Final Four. You did so at Whitmer. How has the game of basketball changed here in Ohio since then?
In some areas, not a lot. In some areas, it has changed a lot, but I think at the end of the day, you just want to put your players in the best positions possible to be successful. But yes, absolutely. I've been in that specific environment as a player, so I understand what it takes. I think playing for Coach Bruce Smith certainly helped a lot with that as well. But yeah, I think the standard of Central Catholic athletics is what it is. The football team, it's a standard to go play for a state championship every year. I think Coach Floyd did an excellent job of making this the standard of Central Catholic basketball. They've won 3 straight district championships as well. So there is a standard here, and it's our job to uphold that standard of excellence for myself and my staff, and we look forward to attacking that challenge with everything that we've got.
And crazy enough, your final high school game was a district semifinal against Central Catholic. When you think about that, how wild is it that you're now the head coach of Central Catholic?
It's after that game, I would have never thought that I would ever be wearing this C and this clover on me right here. I can tell you that. But enough time has passed where I'm
not as sour about that.
Not as sour about it. I give them a lot of credit that at that point in time as an 18-year-old, I probably wasn't giving them the credit after beating us. But
naturally so.
Yeah, but no, it's, again, since then, you think about Central Catholic and everything that it stands for with their athletics and academics. I think at the end of the day, even as that high school kid, you always respected Central Catholic. And so, like I said, it's an honor to be here. It's a privilege to be here. And I look forward to leading the Fighting Irish.
You've mentioned the culture of Central Catholic multiple times, and naturally so, this is a program that's going to be highly sought after when it comes to head coaching roles. What do you think it was about your vision that allowed you to be in the position you are today as the new head coach?
I think we put a lot of emphasis on relationships and a lot of emphasis on development, and we can get kids to buy into a specific, or to get kids to buy into what you're selling, I think is a very powerful tool. And I think what we have done at Lake really embodies that to a T. We took over a program that was 36 and 118 the previous 7 years. You got to change something, and you got to get the kids to believe in it. It's a little bit different at Central Catholic. Like I said, we don't need to change everything that they're doing, but we are going to put a little bit of a spin on it. We've got to be ourselves, and I've got to be myself as a head coach and not try to be anybody that I'm not, just because now we're repping, the Big C and the Clover. So we look forward to doing that and getting kids to buy into the vision and mission that we're selling. And we fully anticipate, to continue the success that has been started here.
A new era of Central Catholic boys basketball beginning, but not a change, more so just adding upon an already established culture. Luke Hickey joining us in studio. And again, he's not sour about losing his final game against Central Catholic all those years ago, but now he's leading the Fighting Irish. Coach, appreciate you coming in.
Thank you for having me. Go Irish.